YouTube, yes sir, it's your boy, and we're back with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna break down the trade that I called out in my free Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, the link will be down below. It's literally free. I'm calling out 1 to 2 trades a week for you guys, and I'm breaking down every trade so that you guys know what I'm thinking throughout the trade. All right, so on my screen I do have my trading view up. I'm literally gonna break this trade out, and I'm gonna show you guys proof that I call out these trades live. I'm not capping to you guys. You guys want to learn how to trade, you guys trying to make some money, literally join the Discord. All right, so before I get into the video, man, if you haven't subscribed to the family yet, go subscribe, man. Go join the family. I'm literally dropping gems for you guys. I'm literally breaking down everything so that you guys can take this and apply it to your trading journey. All right, I'm literally here to help you guys, literally for free. I'm not charging no one. I'm not making y'all pay for a course. I'm not making y'all pay to be in the Discord. It's literally all free. So literally go join the Discord, man. There's other people in there that are trading as well, and you could chat it up. You could ask any questions you have, right? It's all gonna be answered. Okay, so join the Discord, man, but don't forget to subscribe, man. All right, but let's get into the breakdown, man. So before I even break down this trade, I want to show you guys the Discord. All right, so literally I'm calling these trades out. This was on the 9th at 8:47 a.m. right? I called this out for everyone, for GJ, right? And literally we hit our take profit. All right, so everything I'm doing is all in the Discord. It's all documented. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not capping to you guys. Stop sleeping on the family. All right, so let's get into the breakdown, man. So this is what I saw, right? So let me replay this. Let me take this out. Let me take this off. Let me replay this from here. All right, so when I got to the charts, right, this is what I saw on GJ. Okay, this is on the 5-minute, right? Now before I make any decision on the 5-minute time frame, I need to check my higher time frame. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. What is the 1 hour telling me, right? So the 1 hour is telling me that we are still bullish, right? We are above the 200 EMA, right? So this is a 200 EMA. We are still above the 200 EMA. So what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be looking for sells at the moment because we are still above the 200. Okay, now go to the 4 hour. What is the 4 hour telling me right now? The 4 hour is telling me that at this point right here, let me pull out my tools. I don't know why. At this high right here, right, we literally broke above all of these highs, right? So you see the line, see, this was the highest high, right? We literally closed above these highs and these highs right here, right? So also, since we are breaking those highs, we are also above the 200 EMA, right? So what is that telling me, right? The 1 hour and the 4 hours telling me that we are bullish. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna only stick to buys today because nothing on the higher time frame is telling me to sell, right? So cool. Now let me go to my 5-minute, right? So now I'm on the 5-minute. Okay, so keep in mind, right, you never want to base your trend on the 5-minute because you see how the 5-minute right now looks bearish. Yes, it's looking bearish, but the higher time frame is telling me that we are bullish. So I'm not looking for any sells, right? I'm only looking for buys. Okay, so let me play this out. So at this point right here, right, what I see is we are breaking structure to the downside on the 5-minute, right? We literally took out all of these right here, right? All of these lows were being taken out, right, by this move, right? But okay, now keep in mind, right, you have to understand that the 5-minute is usually where a lot of fake outs happen, right? So if you did not know your trend on the higher time frame, what you're gonna probably do is you're probably gonna take this supply setup, right? So this supply setup is right here. You would have probably wait for price to come to the zone and then start selling, right? But no, I'm not doing that. Because why? Because I know that the 1 hour and the 4 hours telling me that we are bullish. Okay, so as I see this on the chart, right, I see at this bullish candle right here, it's indicating that we have a lot of buying pressure, right? So in this trade on the 5-minute, I'm disregarding the 200 EMA on the 5-minute because why? Because we are above the 200 EMA on all the higher time frames. Okay, so keep in mind that we also have a gap right here. So before that bullish candle, that bearish candle right there, we have a gap. Okay, so if I put the box literally above that bearish wick to the bottom of that bearish wick, we have a gap. Let me show you guys where the gap is at. Okay, so the gap is from right here to down here, right? So that's where the gap is at. All right, as you can see, when this bullish candle took off, right, the next bullish candle that printed, it only came down to this point, right? We still have this gap in the middle that has not been filled yet, right? So keep in mind, right, we are still under 200 EMA, but I'm not selling because why? Because the higher time frame is telling me that I am bullish for the day. Okay, so what do I do at this point, right? I literally just wait, right? I wait for price to tap into my zone and fill in the gaps. Okay, so literally right there at that candle, this bearish candle, we literally filled in this gap, right? So this gap is filled in, and then did we tap? Yes, we also tapped into our zone right there, right? So now what am I doing, right? I'm waiting for the break of a candle. Okay, so I'm not taking my entry yet, right? So let's play this out. Okay, cool. At this bullish candle, I am entering long. Because why? Because we wicked past this previous bearish candle, right? So I'm entering my long right there. My stops are down here, and my 1-to-1 is right here, right? Always go for a 1-to-1, man. It will never disappoint you. All right, when you go for your 1-to-1, most of the time it's gonna hit. Because why? Because you're scalping, right? So these 1-to-1s on these pairs is a lot of pips. Okay, so that's all you really need. Okay, so I'm taking my trade right there, right? And my stops are below the zones, and my 1-to-1 is right there, right? So let me play this out so you guys see. Boom. It's really that simple, right? Also keep in mind, when you are catching a demand setup, right, that's down here, right, this is pretty much a reversal, right? When you catch a setup down here, right, most of the time that trade is going to hit. Why? Because we're already at the bottom. Okay, so when you're at the bottom, you mostly want to look for buys, and that first move that happened is usually going to take off. Because why? Because you're already at the bottom, right? Same thing, you're trying to sell, right? If you're trying to sell, you don't want to sell when you're low, right? You want to sell when you're high, right? So same thing when you're buying, right? You don't want to buy when you're high, you want to buy when you are already low. Okay, so this setup, it literally tapped into the gap, right? I took my trade right here. It's okay if price start coming down, because your price is not always going to hit your take profit right away, right? It's going to play around and it's going to go off, right? So that's why I always keep my stop loss below the zone, because when you have your stop loss below the zone, if that zone does not break, it's a valid zone. Okay, so literally this trade took about 45 minutes and it hit my take profit, right? So that's literally all I'm doing every day. I look at the 5 minutes, see what the 5 minutes is doing. I'm not basing my trend on the 5 minute. I go to the 1 hour and the 4 hour and I look at the trend. Okay, if it's telling me that we're bullish or we're bearish on the higher time frame, that's the what I'm gonna stick to on my 5 minute. Okay, so then once I find out my trend, I go to the 5 minute, I see if there's any gaps, I see where price is at. Is price at the bottom or is price at the top, right? And then from there, once I see a gap, I wait for a price to come back to my zone, and then I'll take my break of the candle entry. All right, so that's literally all I did on this trade. Literally this trade was 23 pips in only 45 minutes. Okay, so again, that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the breakdown. You guys have any questions about the breakdown, leave a comment down below. Also join the Discord if you guys have any questions with anything regarding trading. It's literally going to be answered in that Discord. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.